Hi, welcome, I'm Melanie. So when you move along this journey and you are progressing, you will undoubtedly have times when you reach milestones and you have breakthrough moments. And of course, these are times to be overjoyed because, it's hard, this journey, extremely hard at times. And so when you reach those moments, you're overjoyed. But I just really wanted to jump on here today and just talk about the times when, you're not, the times in between those breakthrough moments and reaching milestones, because sometimes we can get quite disheartened because we can feel that we're not really making any progress. And, we can believe that those smaller steps that we are making between each breakthrough moment and milestone that we're making aren't as important, but we can feel that sometimes they're slow and sometimes they can feel like non-existent, like we're in a void. And I just really wanted to say that, these smaller steps that we're making forward on this journey, that they're just as important and as valuable as those big breakthrough moments, okay? Because all steps are important on this journey. It doesn't matter. Because we live in duality, we will see things as good and bad, right or wrong, big and small. And of course, we'll be seeing these breakthrough moments as big and significant. And of course they are, absolutely. But the smaller steps are just as significant and just as important and valuable, because it's those smaller steps that will get us to those big breakthrough moments, okay? So never feel that you're not making any progress, okay? And likewise, when you are, you sometimes can be feeling it's slow progress as well. I mean, you might get impatient. When you're feeling impatience, it's because you're in the mind, because that's, the mind wants results, so you'll be coming from the mind when you're feeling impatient. And so always sort of bear that in mind, that it's whatever's happening, whether they're smaller steps that you're making or it's slow, it feels that things aren't going as quick as you would like. It's, these steps are just as important. And if you're feeling impatient, you'll be coming from the mind, okay? And the other thing is, if you are feeling like you're in a void, okay, because everything's gone quiet, maybe you're not getting all the signs and the synchronicities and the messages, and you feel that nothing's happening, it's gone very quiet, and it can be very unnerving. And this can happen, it can happen from time to time, it can. And sometimes it can happen for a while. And like I say, it can be very unnerving, and you can feel like you've done something wrong, or you weren't on the journey after all, and something's happened and that you feel abandoned, maybe, but know that everything's absolutely fine. When you're going through these void moments, when things are very quiet, it's normally because you're having a rest period. Excuse me. You're having a rest period because it's tiring, this journey. It's exhausting at times. And when you are having those breakthrough moments, it would have been because you've been working hard to get there. And so, the universe will work in ways that everything will go quiet for you to rest. Okay, so make the most of these times, okay? And also know that quite often at these times when there's a void, sort of when it's quiet and it feels like there's a void, that lots is going on behind the scenes, okay? It's never really that quiet, not behind the scenes. The universe will be working to, align your path with things that is supposed to be happening for you. Because know that wherever you are on this journey, whether, it's, you feel like you're not making any progress, or it's small steps, or it's slow, you're always where you are supposed to be on this journey. When you're feeling impatient, always like remember and go, I'm really keen for the next breakthrough moment, but I know that I'm right where I need to be right now. because we can, again, we can feel very disheartened at these times. We can feel very like we're not getting anywhere, or we want to get there quicker, or we want to make bigger steps. We want those breakthrough moments because they're great, right? They're really good, and you feel great. But all these moments, all these times are as important as these breakthrough moments. This journey, it's not linear. It doesn't sort of happen one step after the other. It's more sort of cyclic, or sort of in a spiral where you're sort of going round. So you'll find that you'll be making sort of progress, and you'll be healing something, or letting go of something, and then you'll come back to it at another time. And you'll think, oh, why am I coming back to that? Because I thought I'd healed that. I thought I didn't need to do this, but here I am again having to do some more healing on this, or letting go, or doing some inner work on it. Well, it's because it's cyclic and you're peeling back layers. And so when you come back to something, it's because you've done some work. So you've healed some, and you've gone a little bit deeper, you've healed a little bit, you've made progress a little bit, but you need to do some more, okay, on that sort of aspect of it. And so you'll do some more, and then you'll go around, you'll be a little bit wiser, you'll be a little bit lighter, you've ascended a little bit more, and so on and so on. Okay, so don't think that because you're coming back to something that you didn't do it properly, or there's something wrong, because that's not how it works. It's cyclic, but it's more like a spiral, really, because every time you heal yourself, every time you have a breakthrough moment and you've released something, you are raising your vibration, you are ascending. And so when you come back to things, when you loop back to things, it'll be at a higher, in a higher sort of vibration. And, you'll be, like I said, a little bit wiser, you would have healed a little bit more, and you would have gone a little bit deeper. Because this journey isn't linear. Okay, it's not, it's not like we see things, our mind sees things linear, like we're making one step after another. And although, we say it as steps, we see it as a journey, we see it as a path, because that's what, language is limited. So we have to use certain words to describe it. But when we're talking about steps and making progress, it was really sort of growth, it's expansion. That's the steps we're making. We're getting sort of like wiser, and we're healing more, and we're growing and expanding. So that's what the steps are, because this journey is not linear. Okay, you don't go through one thing and then start another thing and then finish that and go on to another thing. You'll be tackling lots of things at the same time and growing overall. Because it's difficult on this journey when you first meet your divine masculine, and when you first start to, you first decide that you are going to get out of that cycling and that looping and that chasing and all that, and you're making progress. The goal and the aim will be to come into inner and physical union. Okay, it's natural. We're all the same. When we first start this, that's our aim. We want to get to that point. But know that this journey, it doesn't end just because that's where we may be at. That's our goal, to get to physical union. This journey is eternal. It'll go on forever. And just because we have got to physical union doesn't mean it stops. It doesn't stop there. It just changes, because this journey is always evolving. It's always changing, because we are. And we would have stepped into our purpose and be fulfilling our mission. And that's what we'll be doing at that point. It's so easy to think that that's the goal, because, again, we're coming from the mind. We always think when we do something, it's got an end result, but this journey is eternal. So I just felt it was important today to just come on and say, please don't be disheartened when you feel like you're not getting anywhere. You might feel like you're in a void, or the steps you're making aren't big or significant, you're feeling like they're not happening quick enough, don't feel disheartened. Just keep going, because every step matters. Everything you are doing, you can never go back on this journey. You can never go backwards. Once you start this journey, you will always be progressing. You will always be expanding and growing. Okay. And I just felt it was important today to come on here and just give you some clarification on this, really, because a lot of people can think it's, they're not making any progress and get quite disheartened. Okay. So thank you so much for watching today. I'm going to finish up there. Much love and blessed be.